p.m. Eastern, August 30th and 31st, and then 10:30 a.m. Eastern on September 1st to see it.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 24. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Earlier we mentioned the Madden Classic Championship. We also want to remind you that registration is underway for the opportunity to represent your favorite NFL club in the Madden NFL Club Championship. 32 of the best Madden competitors in the world will face off in the Club Championship final live from the EA Broadcast Center in December. Register today for a chance.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 76 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Danny Amendola, 27 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that? Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And the try for 2, unsuccessful. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Now on second and 16, Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, a run with Connor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st down, Connor, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Now Roethlisberger, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Roethlisberger. And they will
eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trip. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even 1 step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A very solid gain of 27. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They'll wind up getting 8, but it's not enough. 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. There he goes left side. And he